Have you ever been in a meeting where the meeting is either being recorded, somebody else is taking notes, or there's actually an AI that is taking notes for you? So here's the trade off that nobody talks about. AI can transcribe things perfectly, so you catch every single word. In those situations, I still take my own notes. And here's why, backed by psychology. Hi, my name is Debbie, and I'm a digital psychologist, and I decode psychology so you can use tech smarter. So, in psychology, understanding how people encode and remember things is based on the level of processing. The more processing you do, the more you will remember and actually digest what is happening. So, the idea is quite simple. The deeper you process the information, the stronger the pathway to memory. And so that's actually why when people are studying, what they should be doing is thinking about different ways in which it applies to their own life, or even try to teach somebody else, because in doing so, you are actually creating a deeper connection to the material. This is what happens when you take notes. It's not necessarily that you're getting a 100% accurate transcription of what is happening. You are actively deciding what is important and what is not important. What are things that you have to pay attention to? So note taking becomes an attention tool. There's also research that suggests that when you take in information, if you have to put it in your own words, it's more helpful in remembering something than just like having it regurgitated back to you. So when you can write something in your own words, that also means that you are much more likely to remember it. So I would say 100% keep the transcription, keep AI, but recognize that that's not a substitute for processing the information and knowing what is important and what is not important. Because remembering what is important requires a level of processing that a transcription doesn't provide you. A device's memory versus your own memory are two very separate systems. AI is really good at providing very detailed notes so that you can have a shared record of what was said, and you can have more detailed notes if you forgot something. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't also figure out how you process the best so that you can engage with the material as well. So, the one caveat is that we all have different ways of processing information, but you need to have a way of identifying what is the best way that you engage with information. So, I let AI record, but I also still take notes because I need to force my brain to decide what matters. The notes are messy, they are incomplete, but that's not the point. The point is that I'm making an effort to choose what is important. You might be slightly different from me and you have a different way of engaging with information, but find out what that engagement strategy is and not just outsource it to AI without another backup plan to force your brain to encode the information. So, good luck in your meetings, and I'll see you in the next one.